Okay, so we couldn't get out on the river this weekend. The conditions have just gone to pure mud from all the winds, but I wanted to share with you, and we are going to teach you how to rig up these trout beads. It's one of the easiest and most effective ways to catch brown trout, steelhead in any river I've ever been to. Let me show you here. These are acrylic or plastic beads. They come in glass also, and I'll have a variety of colors. I'll have bright colors and I'll have more natural colors, and they're super effective. You can use them under a float. You can use them in big rivers. You can use them in small rivers. You can bottom bounce with them, but this simple plastic or glass beads catches a lot of really big fish every year for me and my guests. So this a lot of times is fished on lighter line. Like I fish my beads a lot of times on 10, 8, or 6 pound test.
Dad, and I need to go over here.
Yeah, sure you can. Go ahead, sweetie. Are you gonna sit with us? All right, so we're gonna go through just the real basic steps. And there's different ways to rig these trout beads, but this is a way that we do it all the time, and it's really easy, and anybody can do this. So let's try this one here. So this is a 10 millimeter size. They come in different sizes. So take one of these. There's a nice pink one. And why don't you give me this piece of line? And I'm gonna do, what color should I do, Mila? Will you pick a color for me?
Should probably that one.
Good choice, good choice. You want that one too? Yep. Okay, so good choice. And then what we're gonna do, here Mila, you hold that. So we have our bead, Liv, and we have our fishing line. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to put our line through the hole that's on the bead so that it's on the line. Okay, and run it all the way through. Perfect. The next thing I'm going to do is this is called a pegget, but it's a silicone stopper.
Dad, have to pull him here.
Is you take the pegget, and you're going to put it in the hole, the same hole that you put the line through, and you're going to pass it all the way through. Then I'm going to just pull it so that it becomes snug and it's in place.
Daddy, I like these.
You like those? That's great. So, you know what?
All the colors.
The trout like the colors too, sweetie. And it's important to have different colors because depending on the water clarity and the type of daylight you have, is it overcast or sunny, you will notice at times a difference on the reaction you get or how the fish will bite certain colors as opposed to other colors. So it is a good idea to have some natural colors and some bright colors because experimenting, you know, just like anything, it will vary your results. So it's going to look like this. Now it's on your line, right? Great job.
Keep it still.
Yep, it keeps it in one place. That's exactly it. But now you've got these little tags. You've got these extra pieces, and we don't need them. So what we're going to do is hold the bead in one hand, and then you're going to grab both pieces of line, and you're going to pull down. Here, Mila, keep over here, sweetie. And you're going to pull down to get your line out of the way. Because what you have to do now is we're going to take our nail clippers or a pair of scissors, and we pulled our line down, and we're going to just trim off.
Can I get the other pair?
Yep. And we're going to trim off, here buddy, you can use these ones. We're going to trim off the extras. Perfect. Okay, so now let's go show the camera what we've done. We're just going to hold it right about here. You put yours below mine or above mine. Perfect. So now you can see the bead is on the line and you keep your hands right there. And the silicone stopper is in place, but it allows me to slide it. Keep it tight, buddy, hold tight. It allows me to slide it back and forth on the line. And the rule of thumb for this is you don't want to put this right against your hook because it doesn't collapse like a piece of yarn would or a row bag would. It's solid. And if your hook is too close to the bead, it doesn't give you the same hookup ratio. So the rule of thumb is the distance from your bead to your hook should be 2 or 3 fingers and attach your hook. So that distance is important for when a fish bites the bead. You know, you feel the take, you set the hook, and the line slides, and it's going to grab the fish somewhere either just on the inside or just on the outside of the mouth. So remember that when you're rigging these up. Don't put your hook flush touching the bead. It's important to have that distance. Then we're going to simply attach a hook. So the other thing with these beads is you want to make sure that your hook size is not too small and not too big, depending on the diameter of the beads. And these come in different sizes. They come down from all the way, I believe the smallest that I have here is a 6 mil, which is pretty tiny, and up to, I believe I have up to 12 mil here. So they come in various sizes. So it's important that your hook size is not too small and not too big, depending on the size of the bead you have. I'm going to show the camera real quick the distance that we want to have this. So you can see there's the hook in my hand and there's the bead, and that is about the rule of thumb as far as how far you want to keep your acrylic or glass bead from your hook. One method that we use to attach our beads to our line when we're targeting brown trout and steelhead, and this is how we've been catching all of these fish in the past couple weeks.